Hey guys, I've been getting a lot of requests for just the basics of how to read a candlestick chart, so we're going to be going over that today. And keep in mind, there's a lot more advanced information out there like doji trading and speed trading. I'm not really a huge fan of those trading methodologies, so I won't be going over that in this video. But if there's enough interest, I will do some videos for it just for educational purposes. Like I said, I don't advocate trading that way, but we will go over a few minor things I do use in scalping that I would consider more advanced strategies. So let's get into it. So on a candlestick chart, you're going to notice there's two types of candles, a red candle and a green candle, or also called bullish and bear candles. On each of these types of candles, there's two sections. There's the wicks and then there's the bodies. The wicks are the skinny parts at the top and bottom of the candle. On a green candle, the bottom of the candle is where the market opened at that period of time, and the top is where it closed. The wicks just represent the high and lowest price for that period. On a red candle, the top is where the market opened for that period of time, and the bottom is where it closed for that period of time. The wicks are the same, just the high and the low. So you're probably wondering at this point, how is any of this useful? Well, the trick is to think of every candle like a battlefield, and every good trader I know uses candlestick charts. Imagine a bullish candle as a battlefield, where the bulls charge out and gore into the bears and take the entire battlefield. But they make it just a little bit too far, and the bears push them back. Where they ended the battle at that period is the body of the candle. So before we go any further, I want to start you thinking, what might it mean if a bullish candle has a very small body but a very long top wick? I'll give you a second to think about it. To me, it may signify that the bulls begun the battle charging forward, but at the very end the bears rallied and had the bulls in retreat. In other words, it's a potentially bearish signal. So let's say you're going long in a bull trend. Some of the things you might like to see in your green candles are fat bodies and small wicks, indicating decisive victories by the bulls over that period. Some of the things we might like to see in our red candles are small bodies, long wicks, and lots of spinning tops. A spinning top refers to a type of candle with a small body and in this case a very long bottom wick. Within any bull trend, there's still going to be red candles, but this specific type signifies to us that there's still a lot of indecision amongst the bears. So in a bull trend, this means that the bears are still trying to fight, but they're giving up a lot of ground when they do. Bear trend, it means just the complete opposite. The bulls are trying to fight, but they're just giving up ground when they do. So when we go short, what we like to see in our green candles are small bodies and long top wicks. Or in other words, spinning tops like we discussed a moment ago. In our red candles, we like to see long bodies with short wicks, indicating decisiveness amongst the bears to continue charging forward. Now that we have a little theoretical background, let's take a look at a chart and how we can use this. So here we have a chart of SPY at the beginning of a bull trend on May 27th, 2020. And we can see we have these initial huge bull candles upwards. Just the ones we like to see that we were discussing before. Fat bodies, hardly any wick. The bulls came charging out and hardly gave up any ground after they charged out. Here we have our first bear candle. It's not the type of bear candle we really like to see. This has a fat body, hardly any wick. It means over this period of time, the bears decisively took back ground. So what I like to do when I trade, when I scalp primarily, is let's say I got in before this first couple bull candles. What I like to do is let these first two candles ride, and then on this third candle, I'll set my stop right here at the top of this bull candle and let this little bear trend work its way out. And you can see the bear trend continued for a little bit. The bears didn't take much ground, but you can see as time went on, these candles started to get longer and longer wicks. They were getting more and more indecisive. Now this one right here is what we call a neutral spinning top. It's neither bullish nor bearish. So it's an indication that maybe the bulls are, after retreating, started to rally back again. Now here we have that bearish spinning top we were talking about, and the bulls took that as a signal to start charging in. And here we have another bearish spinning top where the bears took quite a bit of ground but then gave it almost all back. And you can see the bull trend from here just continued onward. So if we took this as our stop loss point, we probably would have stopped out by then. But if we were trying to scalp upon this candle, we may have been looking for another entry, since this spinning top signals to us that the bulls are once again taking control of the market. Now if we did, and I'm not saying I would ever trade on candlesticks alone, there were other indicators here that made me re-enter for a call or a long position. I entered probably somewhere around here. The bulls later took over all over again and just continued to rally. So I hope that helps you understand candlestick charts a little bit more, at least how to read them and how they can be used in strategies like scalping. I would not recommend building an entire strategy based on candles alone, although I've heard of people doing that. I've never seen anyone successfully do it before, but definitely integrate it into your choice of stop loss. I find that's where it's most useful. Just take your big fat candle that you won on, put your stop loss on top of it, and just let your profits ride. If it hits your stop, you've locked in that much profit already. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you're looking to use any of the same charts I do, I use Webull. I will put a referral link down below, as well as links to all my social media. And hopefully I'll have another video up for you shortly. So make sure to